"What colour is his hair?" Samantha asked, trying to keep the frustration from her tone. "Is he clean-shaven? Does he have a beard?" The boy shrugged again. "Is there anything else you can tell me?" she asked. "He did say this was to be the last one," the boy said. Samantha and Alice exchanged glances. "What does that mean?" "I dunno," the boy answered her. "Can I go now?" "Yes," she sighed. "Go on." Alice released him, and he took off down the street. Samantha stood and watched until he was out of sight. "Do you think he was telling the truth?" Alice asked. "I think so," Samantha said, turning and starting back the way they had come. Whoever had sent the boy was blackmailing her uncle, or trying to. So far, Sir Arthur had refused to reply to any of the letters. There had been 3 in just under a fortnight, and dismissed the entire affair as an irritating nuisance. Samantha was less sanguine. Her uncle's monstrous sense of self-importance may have led him to believe he was untouchable, but she was not so blind. She worried that his insistence on ignoring the blackmail would lead to problems, not just for him, but for her and her aunt. "It sounds as though the blackmailer is a gentleman," she continued, though I could have guessed as much. His manner of writing in that first letter was that of a gentleman. It makes sense that he would hire someone to deliver the letters for him, not wanting to be seen, and, naturally, he wouldn't tell him his name. She sighed. "I had hoped for a better description of the gentleman, though, or something to help us identify him." If Sir Arthur refused to take action, even after such evidence, she had planned to take the information to the police herself. She refused to become a victim of her uncle's selfish pride. Sir Arthur had read the first letter aloud to her and Aunt Victoria at the breakfast table. Samantha assumed his sense of outrage at the audacity of the writer had propelled him to be more open with his affairs than was his wont. He certainly hadn't shared the next 2 letters with them. She'd had to sneak them from his desk while he was at his club. In that first letter, the writer had claimed to know some secrets of her uncle's and wanted the princely sum of £1,000 in exchange for his silence. Samantha had wondered if it was some sort of joke, sent by a person unfamiliar with her uncle's utter lack of a sense of humour. In the second and third letters, however, the blackmailer had added threats of violence if her uncle failed to comply. Samantha turned to Alice. "He can't expect my uncle will respond to this latest letter when he hasn't to any of the other 3. So why would he tell the boy it's the last one?" "Perhaps he's giving up," Alice suggested. "Maybe this is his last try, and if Sir Arthur doesn't give him what he wants, he'll threaten someone else." Samantha shook her head. "I don't think so. If he knows something damaging about my uncle, as he claims, why would he abandon the possibility of reward?" Samantha and Alice returned to number 45 and entered through the front door. The elegant hall was empty. Silently they removed their dusty shoes. Alice took both pairs and crept down the hall towards the back stairs, while Samantha took the front stairs to her room. Sir Arthur was Samantha's uncle by marriage. Her mother's sister, Aunt Victoria, was his second wife. When Samantha was 14, her parents had sent her to stay with them at their country estate in Kent to learn decorum and ladylike graces from her proper aunt in preparation for her eventual entrance into society. She had resented this greatly, as it meant leaving the home of her beloved paternal grandfather, with whom she had lived most of her life, while her parents dedicated themselves to their own amusements. Then, tragedy had struck. Cholera swept across London, taking